Good day everyone, I am Joel Anthony Okoyana and I am here to talk about ethnocentrism and relativism. So what is ethnocentrism? Ethnocentrism is a commonly used word in circles where ethnicity, inter-ethnic relation, and similar intergroup issues are of concern. The usual definition of the term is judging other groups as inferior to one's own. In another meaning, ethnocentrism is the belief that your culture is natural and correct while other people's culture are incorrect, unnatural, or inferior. Ethnocentric people think the ways they do things is the way things should be done, and every other culture's way of doing things is unsavory or undesirable. And there are some examples of ethnocentrism. First, judging other countries' diet. An example of ethnocentrism is when you judge other countries for the way they eat but don't have a moral reason for this. So, different cultures have evolved and grown around different circumstances, and others have no rights to judge them for the type of food they like. For example, in some countries, bugs are main source of protein. They are also really not that bad if they are prepared properly. Next is expecting others to speak English. Many of us arrogantly believe that everyone should speak English to us, no matter where we are in the world. So when traveling the world, many of us English speakers live with the expectation that others will speak English. We have this luxury because English is currently the world's dominant language, especially in business interaction. This can lead to ethnocentrism when we roll our eyes at people who aren't bilingual even when we're in their own country. For example, Canadians, they will travel to Quebec and expect Quebecers to speak English to them, even though their local language is French. So it is a good reminder to us that we should humbly ask people if they speak English, and if they don't, so we can be upset. We would not want to think that English is the natural and normative language and all other people should learn it. So let's proceed to number 3. An idiot abroad. I will often show to my friends clips from An Idiot Abroad because it's so full of example of ethnocentrism. Idiot Abroad is all about eating some foods to another country, and some of them says that they food are natural from them. They consider eating as much of the animals as possible to be the right thing to do, and anything else to be wasteful. In this example, everyone is thinking from the norms of their own society, showing how we all tend to approach situations with a degree of ethnocentrism. Number 4. Thinking you don't have an accent. When you grow up only hearing one accent, it starts to feel like that accent is normal and not an accent at all. This will often lead people to believe that they don't have an accent. In fact, I remember that when I was younger, that we used to talk about it all the time. People would say, "Your accent is so funny," and I would say, "No, your accent is funny." And lastly, judging women's cultural outfit. Women's outfit differ significantly across culture and societies. Many of us might say it's a woman's right to decide what she wears and we should respect her no matter what. Different cultures have various views on this. So is it important to learn about ethnocentrism because we all often have instinctual reaction towards another person or culture's practices or beliefs. So ethnocentrism is one solution to the tension between one culture's self and another culture's self. It helps reduce the other way of life to a version of one's own. So next is relativism. What is cultural relativism? Cultural relativism is the idea that a person's beliefs and practices should be understood based on that person's own culture. proponents of culture relativism also tend to argue that the norms and values of one culture should not be evaluated using the norms and values of another. So, the importance of cultural relativism. Using the perspective of cultural relativism lead to the view that no one culture is superior than another culture when compared to a system of morality, law, politics, and etc. It is a concept that cultural norms and values derive their meaning within a specific social context. So, the generalization of ethnocentrism and cultural relativism. Ethnocentrism, the tendency to assume that one's own culture and way of life represent the norms or are superior to all others. While cultural relativism, the viewing of people's behavior from the perspective of their own culture. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have learned something.